What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode. This video is going to be slightly different. As you can see, I'm not in my house. I'm just talking to myself in public, so that's going to be fun. So the point of this video is to celebrate the end of my 14-week power building program. Basically, I just want to let you know, give you guys a final update on the program and what it's done for me, to answer whether or not it was actually worth it. Did it actually have an effect after 14 weeks? So before we get into it, I just want to describe what the program was. It was a program by Kizen. So what was the program? It was the 16-week power building program by Kizen training. So what is power building? Power building is that trendy word that we hear all the time. Power building is a hybrid style of training where you focus on both bodybuilding and powerlifting. So you prioritize both building muscle and size and also strength. So the way that this program was structured was it was a 6-day training split, alternating between bodybuilding days and powerlifting days. On bodybuilding days you'd focus on back and arms, and on some days you'd focus on shoulders, and on the powerlifting days you'd concentrate on the compounds. Did it actually change my physique? Did I get stronger? I'm all about accountability. I'm all about making sure that whatever I'm training is effective. Whatever I'm doing in training actually works. So at the end of all of it, I compared my stats. So obviously I knew what my stats were before I started the program, and then I measured it up after. So I was aiming to get bigger, to get stronger. So let's focus on the size. Did I get any bigger? Did I get more muscular as a result of this program? So before the program I weighed in at around 85 kilograms, and then another key metric to understand how to gauge whether there is any actual muscle, any additional muscle, is to actually measure yourself. I measured my biceps, my chest, and my waist and my quads. For me, these are the key areas really to see if there's been actual growth. And also lastly, just visuals, just checking yourself in the mirror. Do you actually notice a difference? So starting off with the most subjective one, obviously, just from looking in the mirror. And I think, to be honest, over the 4 weeks, I definitely did, to me, mentally, I did think I grew bigger. Definitely in my arms, I thought that there was a better peak in the biceps, just better lat development as well. Like that was just, usually when you see yourself every day in the mirror, you don't really notice these things. It's hard to tell any changes when you see yourself every single day. But to me, despite that, I definitely did see, it definitely just felt like it. But sometimes it can just be a mental thing. Secondly, I weighed myself. So what is the weight change? Have I gained any actual weight? So yeah, there's definitely some weight gain. So then, this is when you measure yourself to see if there's actual muscle built. And an increase in weight doesn't necessarily mean an increase in muscle. That's just why you should really measure yourself. So I took measurements. This is what I got. So let's start off with the bicep measurements. Got to flex as hard as possible. Get every inch. It's just above 16 inches. The quad, just under 26. Alright, so, and then let's see the waist. If there is any belly fat, let's see how much I've gained. This isn't actually the best time to measure the waist, since I've just eaten. It's better to measure your waist on an empty stomach, but whatever. Just about 34. So, I mean, I've never had the narrowest of waists because genetically I just, I don't have that tiny little waist that some people, some guys have, which is fine actually. Like, don't worry about it if you're not one of those guys with this tiny waist. It's just, your skeleton's different. And I've always had quite thick obliques. That's just because I train abs. It is a good thing. So overall, there's growth. Comparing the two physiques, pre and post program, I would definitely say there definitely is muscle gain, because as you can see, I'm still quite lean. So given the fact that I'm still pretty much almost as lean as I was before, okay, maybe not quite as lean, but pretty much more or less the same leanness, that this increase in size is an increase in muscle. So, which is good. And now secondly, an increase in strength. Was there any actual increase in strength? I can't give that a definitive answer just yet, because I've only just finished the program and I haven't quite yet tested out my 1 rep maxes. But given the fact that throughout this whole process I've been able to do loads, do sets and reps at weights that I used to never be able to do, I would say that I've definitely got stronger. For example, at the beginning of this program in week 1, week 2, I was doing sets of 10 rather. So 3 sets of 10 on squat, bench and deadlift at literally about 60% of my 1 rep max, and they were absolutely killer, like, or even less than that, sometimes 55-65% 1 rep max, and they were absolutely killer. Like, I found that actually really difficult to do. By the end of the program, I was doing sets of 10 at 70%, 77%, 72%, all the way up to relatively high percentages, and they were easy. Like, so from a strength perspective, I could easily bang them out. I'm not trying to give myself a pat on the back, but I'm just trying to say that, yeah, there was noticeable strength gains. My form definitely felt a lot better. I mean, usually by the 3rd or 4th set, my sets, the form does feel really, really good. The first 2 sets, they always feel a bit iffy. Given the fact that I can do sets and reps at weights that I used to never be able to do, then it only makes sense that my 1 rep max must have increased as well. I'll be doing another video soon talking about whether or not I've actually increased my 1 rep max. It's more important rather to me at the moment than actually getting bigger. And would I recommend this program, the power building program by Kizen? Yes, 100%. It definitely does work. I definitely gain lean mass. Gaining just under an inch on all the key, all over my body is a lot, I'd say. Gaining an inch of muscle anywhere is like, shaving a second off your 100 meter. Like, it's a lot. And given the fact that I've been doing this, I've been lifting for 8 years, I'm by no means a beginner. So yeah. Is it for everyone? I wouldn't say so. I would say you'd have to be quite an intermediate lifter for this to really be worth it for you, because as a beginner, it's a lot of volume for a beginner. 6 days a week, doing sets, 30 sets on back throughout the week, 30 sets of arms. It's a lot of volume. Squatting 3 times a week, deadlifting twice a week, squatting 3 times, benching 3 times a week is a lot of volume. So, but if you're an intermediate, definitely go for it. Once you've been lifting for a good few years, you need to be a lot more structured, a lot more calculated in your lifting, because that's what I was suffering. I was suffering from just plateauing. So I'm really glad I jumped on a program and left it in the hands of people who know a lot more about strength and muscle building than I do. So now that I've done this program, what's next? Well, after this, I'm going to be messing about in the gym, just going to be lifting for fun, not really following any particular program. And then maybe that's after 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks of just messing about, then I'm going to be jumping back onto a more specific, a more specialized program, a powerlifting program in particular, because at the moment I really do want to focus on my strength. I really want to get really, really strong. I've decided now that at some point in the year ahead, I want to compete. I want to actually compete. Yeah. I'm kind of bored of training without any real purpose, just for the sake of it. Apart from general health and just feeling good and whatever. But now I've been itching to get some competition. It's been a long time since I've done anything competitive. Last time I used to play a lot of rugby back in the day, and I kind of miss that. I miss that competition. So Next thing I'm going to be doing is a powerlifting program so that I can feel prepared for my first ever powerlifting meet. Okay, so you heard that here first. Alright, so that's about it. That's all from me. I'm Zane, happy lifting. I'm out. Boom.